both nuclei were strongly positively charged, and the bombardment nucleus repelled most attacks. Physicists were therefore looking for ways to accelerate particles to greater velocities, to force them past the nucleus's electrical barrier. Szilard's design of a cyclotron-like particle accelerator that could serve such a purpose indicates that he was thinking about nuclear physics as early as 1928. Until 1932, he would be the number one pick. Whatever work in nuclear physics was not yet sufficiently interesting to him. It became compelling in 1932. A discovery of physics opened the field of new possibilities. The discovery of Szilard's method in literature and utopianism opened his mind to new approaches towards salvation. On February 27, 1932, in a letter to the British journal Nature, physicist James Chadwick of the Cavendish Laboratory at Cambridge University, Franz Rutherford Laboratory, announced the possible existence of a neutron. He confirmed the neutron existence in a longer paper in the Proceedings of the Royal Society 4 months later, but Szilard would no more have doubted it at the time of Chadwick's first cautious announcement than did Chadwick himself. Like many scientific discoveries, it was obvious once it was demonstrated, and Szilard could repeat the demonstration in Berlin if he chose. A neutron, a particle with nearly the same mass as the positively charged proton that until 1932 was the sole certain component of the atomic nucleus, had no electric charge, which meant it could pass through the surrounding electrical barrier and enter into the nucleus. The neutron would open the atomic nucleus to examination. It might even be a way to force the nucleus to give up some of its enormous energy. Just then, in 1932, Szilard found, or took up for the first time, that appealing orphan among H.G. Wells' books that he had failed to discover before, The World Set Free. Despite its title, it was not a tract like the Open Conspiracy. It was a prophetic novel, published in 1914, before the beginning of the Great War. 30 years later, Szilard could still summarize The World Set Free in accurate detail. Wells describes, he says, the liberation of atomic energy on a large scale for industrial purposes, the development of atomic bombs, and a world war which was apparently fought by the allies of England, France, and perhaps including America, against Germany and Austria, the powers located in the central part of Europe. He places this war in 1956, and in this war, the major cities of the world were all destroyed by atomic bombs. Not personal discoveries emerged from Wells' visionary novel, ideas that anticipated or echoed Szilard's utopian plans, responses that may have guided him in the years ahead. Wells writes that his scientist hero, for example, was oppressed. He was indeed scared by his sense of the immense consequences of his discovery. He had a great idea of that man, that he ought not to publish his results, that they were premature, that some secret association of wise men should take care of his work and hand it on from generation to generation until the world was ripe for its practical application. But the World Set Free influenced Szilard less than its subject matter might suggest. This book made a very great impression on me. But I didn't regard it as anything but fiction. I didn't start thinking whether or not such things could in fact happen. I had not been working in nuclear physics up to that time. On his own account, a different and quieter dialogue changed the direction of Szilard's work. The friend who had introduced him to H.G. Wells returned in 1932 to the company. And into the world of the room, and Wells had a memorable conversation. Otto Lambert said that now he really thought he knew what it would take to save mankind from a series of ever-recurring wars that could destroy it. He said that man has a heroic streak of himself. Man is not satisfied with a happy, idyllic life. He has the need to fight and to encounter danger. And he concluded what mankind must do to save itself is to launch an enterprise aimed at leaving the earth. On this task, he thought the energies of mankind could be concentrated, and the need for heroism could be satisfied. And I wonder very were built into nuclear physics. It was only through the liberation of atomic energy that we obtained the means which would enable man not only to gain his work, but to live the solar system. Such was to be the world's conclusion. That year, he moved to the Howard House at the Kaiser Wilhelmina, a residence for visiting scientists sponsored by German industry, a faculty club of sorts, and approached Louis Martin about the possibility of doing experimental work with coal in nuclear physics, thus to save mankind. He always lived out of suitcases and rented rooms. At the Howard House, he kept the keys to his 2 suitcases at hand and these suitcases packed. All I had to do was turn the key and leave, and things got too bad. He felt bad enough to delay a decision about working with Newton. An older Hungarian friend, Zilla, remembered, Uncle Kalanki, a chemist at the Kaiser Wilhelm Institute, was a friend of the history. He had the German political scene optimistic, like many others in Germany at the time. They all thought that civilized Germans would not stand for anything really rough happening. Zilla had no such sanguine view, noting that the Germans themselves were paralyzed with cynicism and the uglier effects on wars of losing a major war. Adolf Hitler was appointed Chancellor of Germany on January 30th, 1943. On the night of February 27th, a Nazi gang directed by the head of the Berlin SS, Hitler's private army, set fire to the imposing chambers of the Reichstag. The building was totally destroyed. Hitler blamed the arson on the communists and avoided a stunned Reichstag which he awarded him emergency power. Zilla found the man still unconvinced after the fire. He looked at me and said, "Do you really mean to say that you think the Minister of the Interior would have anything to do with it?" And I said, "Yes, this is precisely what I mean." He just looked at me with incredulous eyes. In late March, Jewish judges in Wales and Prussia and Bavaria were dismissed from practice. On the weekend of April 1st, Julius Streicher directed a national boycott of Jewish businesses, and the Jews were beaten in the streets. I took a train from Berlin to Vienna on a certain date, close to the 1st of April, 1933, Zilla writes. The train was empty. The same train the next day was overcrowded, was stopped at the frontier. The people had to get out, and everybody was interrogated by the Nazis. This just goes to show that if you want to succeed in this world, you don't have to be clever with other people, you just have to be grounded. The law for the restoration of the career civil service was promulgated throughout Germany on April 7th, and thousands of Jewish scholars and scientists lost their positions in German universities. In England, where he landed in early May, Zilla went furiously to work to help them emigrate and to find jobs for them in England, the United States, Palestine, India, China, and Queens Virginia. If he couldn't yet save all of the world, he could at least save some part of it. He came out for air in September. Although he was living at the Imperial Hotel in Russell Square, having transferred 1,595 houses from Zilla to his house in London. More than half the money, £854, he had in trust for his brother, Noah. The rest would see him through the year. Zilla's funds came from his patent licenses, refrigeration, consulting, and gave up decent fees. He was busy finding jobs for others, and couldn't be bothered to seek one himself. He had few expenses, in any case. A week's lodging and 3 meals a day at a good London hotel cost about £5.50. He was a bachelor most of his life. His needs were simple. I was no longer thinking about this conversation.